Here's something that might piss you off a little bit. You're not addicted to porn, but you're addicted to avoiding reality, avoiding pain, avoiding boredom, more importantly, avoiding responsibility. And for you, porn is just the easiest escape route, but it's not the only one. On average, a man checks his phone 96 times a day. You scroll for hours, you binge junk food, you chase fantasy. Here's what you need to accept, brother. All of this is part of the same pattern. You're running from your life. And if you don't face this, no amount of blockers, filters, or motivation is going to save you. Guys, welcome to the Rebuilt Man podcast. My name is Coach Frank Rich. It's been our mission here for the last 6 years to help men just like you face the truth, reclaim their lives, rebuild their identities, and step into a life of freedom. And in this episode, I'm pulling back the curtain on the real reason why you're still relapsing. And brother, here's the truth. It is deeper than you think. This issue isn't about lust. It's not even about addiction in the way that we usually think and talk about it. It is about avoidance. Most men today are addicted to escaping reality because they never learned how to sit with pain, sit with boredom, or face responsibility without reaching for a hit of dopamine. So I'm going to break it down for you biologically, emotionally, spiritually. And I'm going to give you a roadmap to start showing you how to fully take back control of your life once again. But there's a hierarchy of these hidden addictions. Porn is just a symptom that sits at the top of a much deeper hierarchy. We said at the beginning, this addiction isn't just to porn, but it's to comfort, it's to control, and it's to fantasy. And here's how that hierarchy plays out. Comfort is what you crave when you feel stress, tension, aloneness, and isolation. Now, porn becomes the pathway, the fastest lane to your relief. Fantasy is the world where you can live and yet never fail. And control is the illusion that you can manage chaos through escape. I've worked with men that are making multiple 6, even 7 figures, that are shredded to the core in the gym, have great families. But they sneak off to their phone multiple times a day, not because they're perverted, but because they cannot face the quiets. And most men can't sit still because there's a dopamine dysregulation. Our brain is trained to chase that next hit. In today's world, we're constantly overstimulated to the point of true numbness. Everywhere we go, something is seeking and grabbing our attention. The average attention span right now is that of a rat. Brother, you're not weak. You're just wired for short-term relief. Your entire life has been built and set up this way. Now, what we know and what science will tell us is that dopamine floods from porn, scrolling, and sugar overload our reward circuitry. So over time, you need more and more of the same stimulus to feel the same reward. That increases your tolerance threshold. That's why the social media doesn't do it. The fast food, the sugar doesn't do it. The porn doesn't even do it anymore. And you've gone into deeper, darker tunnels than before. And what ends up happening is the area of your brain known as the prefrontal cortex begins to get weakened. Well, this is your discipline center. And with a weakened discipline, a man becomes a bigger trigger for all of these stimuli. It's like revving your car engine every 5 seconds. Eventually, it will burn out. And then you wonder why you can't focus, feel anything, or even get motivated. Now, there's this illusion of control versus the reality of chaos. Porn gives you control. It'll never say no. You can choose the scene, the fantasy, the outcome. Your real life doesn't work that way, though. Men retreat into porn because it's predictable, it's safe, it's controllable. Your real life, day to day, involves risk, failure, rejection, and oftentimes pain. But retreating into fantasy creates real chaos, broken marriages, numbness, and loss of a man's identity. The more you escape life, the less equipped you become to live it. Now, if this is hitting you, you may be asking your question right now: how do I rewire my brain for presence and responsibility? Well, first off, this issue isn't about quitting porn. It's about facing life head on. Begin to take practical steps towards building your resiliency, doing the hard things, leaning into the discomfort on a day-to-day basis. Cold showers, daily prayer, sitting in silence. I've literally had a client sit and stare at a wall. It's one of the hardest things to do. And a man's ability to sit in his thoughts becomes a superpower. Boredom without stimulation will be your pathway to healing. The next thing is begin to control and cut out your inputs. For me, I would recommend right now going on a 24-hour dopamine fast. No phone, no porn, no sugar, no music. Limit your time on the phone. Begin to create tech-free zone spaces within your home. No bedroom, no bathroom, no mealtime. Sit and eat and be present with your meal without the need for distractions. Grab a pen and paper, though, and begin to journal your avoidances. What is it you are avoiding in the moment, the minute you feel uncomfortable? What is it you don't want to feel today? Why are you suppressing these feelings? What are you afraid of? Learn to embrace discomfort on purpose. Wake up early. Don't hit the snooze button. Lift heavy. Train hard. Learn to control what goes in your mouth. Choose the harder option every single time. And most importantly, get in community. Find brothers to do this with you. Iron sharpens iron. You will not and cannot do this alone. I've said it time and time again, this addiction isn't about porn. Your addiction is to escape, and the only way out of it is through it. Through the boredom, through the pain, through the silence. Porn isn't ruining your life. Your avoidance to life is. But you have power to rewire it, reclaim it, and rebuild yourself. Now, what I've done is I built a free 7-day porn reset for men just like you who are done escaping, ready to fight. Like I said, it's not about quitting porn. It's about rewiring your brain, reigniting your purpose, and becoming the man that God is calling you to be. If you are serious and ready to take action, down there in the show notes, or you can visit the website, www.therebuiltman.com/7-day reset. This will give you instant free access to our 7-day reset and our Rebuilt Man Brotherhood and community. It's an action plan with daily steps, daily action, a brotherhood of men to lift and encourage you up, and weekly coaching to support you in this journey. You want to get control of this addiction? It's time to kill this escape and rebuild the man. Visit therebuiltman.com/7-day reset or click the link down there in the show notes below to get your instant access today. And brother, I look forward to seeing you on the inside.